God, they're like little pieces of fudge. They're so good. They kind of look like Oreos turned into brownies. Are you frustrated because you have no idea what to eat if you're trying to either lose weight or maintain your weight on a whole food, plant-based, oil-free lifestyle? Notice I didn't call it diet. You're in the right place. I'm doing another What I Eat in a Day video. I love these videos. I love watching other people do these videos because it gives me great ideas, great inspiration, and that's what I hope to do for you today. So let's dig in. I made breakfast and sat down and ate it, and when I was done and had the empty bowl in front of me, I realized that I forgot to film it. So I'm going to tell you what it is, and I'm going to show you a picture somewhere down here. Here's my list. This doesn't even cover the whole thing, and I will put the recipe down below. Steel cut oats, mushrooms, spinach, frozen cauliflower, rice, diced carrots, mushrooms, spinach, roasted almonds, pistachios, grated coconut. I had some soy yogurt, some hot sauce, and there were a bunch of other ingredients too. It was just delicious, and I know it's going to hold me for at least a good 4 or 5 hours. I don't think you can go wrong with such a delicious bowl of goodness. When I was done with breakfast, I decided to move ahead and make some more yogurt because I had just about this much left, and you know I love my soy yogurt. I have another video, I'll link it somewhere over here, and I'm going to make some more. So let me just show you again, if you need a little review, how I do it. You can either do it in 3 pint-size mason jars, or you can do it in a 32 ounce. I have a large container of soy milk, and I'm hoping it will fill all the way to the top. Let's see. I normally would fill it a little bit more, but that's all the soy milk I have, folks. I'm gonna put in 3 tablespoons of this Silk, dairy-free. It's made from soy. This is a vanilla yogurt, but you don't taste the vanilla at all, and there's sugar in it as well, and that really doesn't affect the taste of it at all. I'm gonna put in 3 tablespoons of this Silk vanilla soy yogurt. 1, 2, 3. And that serves as the starter, which will help the soy milk turn into soy yogurt. I'm going to whisk it. I'm going to put it in my Instant Pot. You can cover it with this Instant Pot lid, but I like to see what's going on. So I'm going to cover it with this glass lid. I'm going to push yogurt, and then it says 8, but I'm going to press the plus sign until it gets to 18. And now I just leave it alone, don't touch it. It's 11 o'clock now, so that means 18 hours from now, which will be tomorrow afternoon at about 5 o'clock, the yogurt will be done. I'll put it on the counter, I'll let it come to room temperature, and then I'll stick it in the refrigerator. This looks like a vegetable peeler, like for carrots, but it's oh so much more. You see this tiny hole? I had these for years. I'm almost embarrassed to say this, before I knew what this was for. Can you guess? I'm going to show you. When your potatoes have these yucky eyes, you can actually use that to dig in and get rid of it. Look at that. So easy. Now, there are some people who probably wouldn't use the potatoes with those eyes. I am not one of them. There are also some people who would peel the potatoes, but there's a lot of vitamins and nutrients in the skins, including fiber. And I am all about the fiber, so I'm not going to get rid of them. All right, so first thing we're going to do is dice the potatoes and the onion. This is such a great tool. It's made by Full Star. It's in my Amazon store, which is linked below. It has quite a few different attachments, depending on what you want to do. I am going to unlock it, take out the small dicer, put it aside, and I'm going to put in the large one. Okay, lock it. I can't put the potato in whole, so I do cut it into smaller pieces. In goes the potato. Boom. Let's do the onion now. I like to do it on this because it doesn't retain the smell. Perfect. The vegetables that I'm going to use are these frozen vegetables from Costco. You can use, obviously, any stir-fried vegetables, or any frozen vegetables for that matter, for your soup. I'm also going to be using these canned tomatoes and canned tomato paste. You know, there's nothing like a bowl of hot soup on a winter day, especially on a gloomy winter day. It's one of the most comforting things you can have. That with a slice of toast, and I'm in heaven. I'm going to put this entire 14.5 ounce can of diced tomatoes. These have basil, garlic, and oregano. That goes in. I'm going to do a second can. This is a different one. This is fire roasted, no salt added. I will add salt. In this goes. Let's add some tomato paste. In go the potatoes and the onions. This is a sort of everything but the kitchen sink soup, and I don't really have any measurements, so I'm just guessing. Here's 1 cup of the frozen vegetables. Here's a 2nd cup. Here is a 3rd cup. Here is a 4th cup. I'm adding in about 2 cups of water. The vegetable soup cube, like it's a bouillon cube. Here I'm going to add some more water. Probably a teaspoon of Italian seasoning there, and another teaspoon. About a teaspoon or so of onion powder, teaspoon of garlic powder, some crushed red pepper, some pepper, black pepper, some salt, some nutritional yeast, maybe 3 tablespoons. Turn the burner on to medium. It's way more tomatoey than I anticipated. So what do you think I'm going to do? Any guesses? If you said add some more water, you're right. There's so many things you can do to this. You can add a can of beans. You can add more vegetables. To be honest with you, I'm trying to whittle down that bag of frozen vegetables that I got from Costco. I don't love them just steaming them and eating them like that, but I think in this pot of soup, they're going to be good. It's good. Need some dill. And some umami powder. I want to encourage you to play. You know, the kitchen is like your playground. You add things, you taste it, you decide if you like the flavor profile, and then you just add more as needed. Sometimes it's a little bit of a guessing game. I love this. It's Trader Joe's umami powder. If you don't have a Trader Joe's near you, I think you can order an umami powder from Amazon. There's lots of other options. And you can even make your own. Just Google umami powder recipe. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. I would normally add a can of beans to this. Chickpeas would be my first choice. But my husband has been having some digestive issues, so I'm going to leave the beans out. I can always add them to my bowl. Okay, next on the agenda are the sweet potato brownies that I've been promising you I would make. First thing I'm going to do is measure all my ingredients. I need 200 grams of cooked sweet potato. This was cooked about 4 days ago. These are pitted medjool dates. They don't have to be soaked, but mine have gotten a little bit dry, so I'm going to soak them while I pull together the rest of the ingredients, and I'm also cutting them in half to make sure that there really is no pit. I don't trust it, and I don't want to ruin the blades of my mixer. First thing I'm going to do is preheat my oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And then I'm going to mash the sweet potato, and I'm going to add in some plant milk. My Ninja Bullet bit the dust, and I don't have a small blender, but I'm going to try using this bronze stick. It's a stick blender. I don't know if it's going to work because the dates are pretty sticky, so I'm actually cutting them into smaller pieces. So I have the dates, and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of maple syrup with the hope that that will loosen up the dates. That was part of the recipe anyway. Cross your fingers, everybody. Let's hope this works. That's what it looks like. And most of the date pieces are pretty well pulverized. Into the pool it goes. I'm not saying I never use sugar, but I love dates. They have a very lovely caramelly kind of a taste. And there are some recipes where it's just lovely to use the dates. All right, let's mix that up. So now I've got the sweet potato with the plant milk and the maple syrup and the dates. You can also sub in bananas or applesauce for the sweet potato, but I personally think the sweet potato is the bomb diggity bomb with it. Now I'm going to add in cocoa powder. I have 2 different kinds of cocoa powder here. I have regular, it's cacao powder, which is unprocessed. It's closer to the real thing. And I also have some dark cocoa powder, which is kind of reminiscent of Oreos. And then comes the salt. and the baking soda. And get that all combined. You can see the different colors, the lighter cacao powder and the darker cocoa powder. But now you can see it's getting darker. I'm going to add in some oat flour, a little bit of decaf coffee granules, and some cinnamon. Now you have to be careful because this is going to seem dry and you're going to want to add more liquid, but don't. I promise you, it is not necessary. It's interesting, the last time I made it, I'm not sure what I did with the dates, but it was definitely drier. Maybe mixing the dates with the maple syrup in that little blender was a good thing, after all. Now I'm going to add some of the, or most, I will say, of the chocolate chips. Not all of them, because I'm going to save some for on top. I'm going to add some of the walnuts as well and save some for the top. All right, let's get this into the oven. I'm going to use this loaf pan lined with parchment. You just gotta try to do the best you can to spread it. I'm gonna dip my spatula in some water and see if that helps. Yeah, that's good. You want to just try to get it as evenly spread as possible. So good. Next, I'm going to spread the rest of the chocolate chips. I'm going to add the walnuts too and just press them down. I don't know if you have to do this, but I like to, because once they're baked, you don't want them to fall off. Into the oven it goes for 22 minutes. Set the timer. Now, let's clean up the big mess, shall we? Whoa. The idea, of course, is to have the kitchen cleaned and back in some kind of order before the brownies come out of the oven, crossing my fingers that it will not take me 22 minutes. It's time for lunch. So the brownies are still in the oven, and while it's finishing the baking, I'm going to just pull my lunch together. I'm going to have the soup, and then I remembered that I had this little jar of leftover red kidney beans. I am going to actually keep the liquid from the can because I like how it thickens things up. So in this case, I'm going to get a bowl of soup, and then I'm going to add these, and I will heat it in the microwave. Came out so beautiful, didn't it? Now the soup is probably hot enough, but because I want to add these cold kidney beans, I'm going to microwave it. But before I do that, I'm going to let it sit for a little bit, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to make for another part of my lunch. I got this batter at an Indian grocery store. It's called idli dosa batter, and I am really enjoying it. I'm going to heat up my nonstick pan on medium. I have become super fascinated with Indian cooking, so you're going to see a lot more of it sneak into my what I eat in a day meals. One of the things that I forgot to do with the brownies was add the vanilla. So about 2 minutes into the baking, I pulled the oven open, added some vanilla extract and sort of mushed it around a little bit so that I tried to incorporate it in. Don't do that. Make sure you remember the vanilla extract. Aren't they beautiful? Well, you know, they're a little soft. My instinct is to give them another 2 minutes. Didn't come out as crisp as I might like, but that's okay. It's still going to be delicious. I think they're done. Let it go for another minute. Okay. If anybody knows how to make dosas and wants to comment with any helpful hints, I'm all ears. So I can see it starting to brown, so I can tell that it is ready to be flipped. So this is how they came out. I mean, you can put stuff in and eat it like a tortilla. I like to just tear off bits and pieces. All right, lunchtime. Here's my beautiful bowl of soup. It actually turned out, remember, I was experimenting. I was just doing everything but the kitchen sink. And it came out more like tomato soup. So if you want to make something like this and you don't want it as tomato-y or not as thick, you might just use less tomato paste. That would be my suggestion. And I also added, as I mentioned, some kidney beans. And here is my platter of dosas, which are like sort of Indian tortillas. And I'm going to sit down, have it with my homemade mint iced tea, and I know I'm going to enjoy it. I hope you're enjoying your lunch. So the pan is still hot, but I'm going to lift the brownies out of the pan just by holding it by the ends of the parchment paper. It is a work of art. When it comes to room temperature, I will cut it into pieces and then I will store them in the freezer. And then I can just take them out one piece at a time. Sometimes I eat them straight out of the freezer. I just like the fudginess of them. This is the brownies, and they are delicious and beautiful and part of a whole food, plant-based, oil-free lifestyle. I had to take a bite. I couldn't help myself. So I cut off like a little tiny square and I took a bite. Oh my God, they're like little pieces of fudge. They're so good. I went for a 5-mile walk. I don't know how I did it, but I did. Half of the walk I talked to my sister, half of the walk I talked to my daughter, and by the time it was done, it was like 2 hours later. So I decided as soon as I got home to take a shower, and thus the wet hair. But I'm ready for dinner. You know me, I love bowls, I love leftovers, and that's what I'm having for the most part. Let me show you. This is leftover multi-grain mixture, black rice, brown rice, basmati rice, and several other as well. And this is leftover white bean chili. I'm gonna heat it in the microwave, and then I'm gonna show you how I build the rest of the plate. I saw this once on a reel, and I'm gonna see if it works. I'm adding an ice cube to the grain mixture to see if it helps it to, not to get too dry. While that's cooking or heating up in the microwave, I'm gonna show you my latest passion. I make tea from tea bags. For years, I've been collecting tea bags. People bring me boxes of tea from gifts. I don't know, I have like a huge collection of tea bags. So what I do is I take 8 tea bags and I put them in this jar and I add water to it. You can do it with hot water, cold water, it doesn't matter. And I just let it steep and I stick it in the refrigerator, and voila, I have homemade tea. I add a little bit of sweetener to it and some ice. Depending on the kind of tea, I might add lemon. This is mint tea, so I'm okay with just like this and some sweetener, and I love it. Plain water is good too, but it's nice to have something like this. This one is a mint tea from Trader Joe's. Here's a little bit of stevia, some ice cubes. Delicious. Not sure about the ice cube. I'm gonna take it out. Okay, and let's go do the vegetables, shall we? Let's get some broccoli. Let's get some green beans. Oh, I'm gonna leave that zucchini for my husband. I'm gonna have some Brussels sprouts, a little bit of Chioggia striped beets. This is a silken tofu sauce that is sensational. I'm gonna pour that over, pretty much over everything. This is so good, I could swim in it. So here is my gorgeous bowl, and I'm gonna sit down and enjoy every single morsel of it. And then hopefully I'm gonna have room to have a brownie with some ice cream. Remember those brownies I made today? They came out fantastic. Wait till you see them. All right, I am so excited, I can't even tell you. First of all, the brownies came out fantastic. Second of all, I tried something new in my Ninja Creamy, and I think I might be onto something. Usually with the Ninja Creamy, which is a machine that makes ice cream or nice cream, if you will, whichever you want, you're supposed to put in whatever concoction you make, you put it in the Ninja container, and then you freeze it for 24 hours. Well, I thought, well, wait a minute, what if I take already frozen bananas, slice them, put them in the Ninja Creamy, and then add some frozen dates, cut up, pits removed. And I did that, and I always run it through twice. I should have probably just ran it through once. That would have been enough, because it turned much more like, and I'll show you, like soft serve. And before this, when I just ran it through once, it was just a little bit firmer, but this is gonna be good anyway. Okay, here are the brownies. First, I'm gonna cut it right down the middle. Now, if I put them in the fridge and cut them tomorrow, they'd be firmer, but I can't wait. So they kind of look like Oreos turned into brownies. So fudgy, so chocolatey and fudgy. And I'm gonna take this one, I want the big one. Put it right in here. I'm gonna add some of my banana date, sort of caramelly ice cream or nice cream. All right, I'm going to chop up some walnuts. So it's going to be sort of like a maple walnut kind of situation. I'm going to add a little bit of maple syrup. Voila. How beautiful does that look? First, I'm going to taste the ice cream. An ice cream. Right now I'm going to do some of the brownie with the nice cream. It is absolutely delicious. Delicious. Okay, the recipe for the brownie will be down below. I'll also add the recipe for the nice cream and the way I made it. You can try that. If you don't have a Ninja Creamy, you can try it certainly in a blender. I think that would work depending on how strong your blender is, because it has to be able to cut up those dates. I'm gonna go sit down and enjoy this. So that's a wrap. I'm gonna finish watching football with my husband and then skedaddle up to bed because I have a 7 o'clock spin class in the morning. It's been a great day. I'm so glad that you were here with me. We ended on such a delicious note, didn't we? With my chocolate Oreo type brownies. I don't know if I can use the word Oreo because it's obviously a brand, but it's kind of Oreo-like. I'm going to take these and put them in a container and stick them in the freezer, and then I can just take out one at a time when I'm in the mood. I don't eat stuff like this on a daily basis because it's actually too rich for me. But when you're jonesing for something chocolate, this is a great way to satisfy that urge. I'm hoping that you got value out of this video. I know that I love to watch videos that other influencers make, other content creators, on what they eat in a day. It's great for inspiration and just to kind of help you feel that you're not alone. I would love it if you would like this video, leave a comment, and smash that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my plant-based goodness. My name is Ellen of Ellen's Healthy Kitchen, and I help you plant your plate one healthy meal at a time. Bye for now.